Do you want to become a lawyer in Ghana and be called counsel, esquire, the private legal practitioner, and all the titles you hear about? The journey to becoming a lawyer in Ghana has three main stages. That is the academic stage, the professional stage, and the pupilage stage. In this video, I explain to you all the three stages to becoming a lawyer and how you can be well guided to make a decision to be a lawyer in Ghana. I'm Godwin Selassie Dakbo, and this is Make It Legal. Make it legal. This video is a special dedication to my alma mater, Anglo Senior High School. The counseling department of this great institution, in fact, officially requested that they want to have me guide the students to understand how to become a lawyer in Ghana. So I'm doing this video especially for them and for all those of you out there who are SHS leavers and have the ambition of becoming lawyers, or who are first degree holders, or who are graduates from one institution or the other and seeking to further your studies in law and become a lawyer and practice law in Ghana. I want to explain to you all there is to becoming a lawyer in Ghana. Let's get straight into it. So there are three stages that you will pass through before you can become a lawyer in Ghana. The first stage is the academic stage. The second stage is the professional stage. And the last but not the least stage is the pupilage stage. When you pass through all these three stages, you are sure to become a lawyer in Ghana. And if you don't pass through all of them, you cannot become a lawyer in Ghana. No two ways about that. So let's start with the academic stage. Now, the academic stage is a stage where you get to learn what we call the substantive law. The law has two main legs, the procedural laws and the substantive laws. So the stage where you learn the substantive laws is the academic stage. You get to learn all the laws that you would have to use to practice as a lawyer when you become one. So we talk about the criminal law, we talk about commercial law, we talk about land law, we talk about intellectual property law, we talk about administrative law, we talk about international law, we talk about private international law, we talk about conflict of laws, we talk about jurisprudence, we talk about the law of contracts, we talk about the Ghana legal system and methods, we talk about equity and succession or trust law, we talk about environmental law. All of these laws are the laws you learn at the academic stage. So everyone who wants to become a lawyer in Ghana will pass through the academic stage. Whether you are coming from SHS, either WASI or SSE, or you are coming from the point of a postgraduate studies, whether you have first degree, you have masters, you have PhD, you are a professor in another field, or what have you. Once you want to become a lawyer in Ghana, you'll pass through this first stage, which is the academic stage. And the academic stage is where you get to study what we call LLB. LLB simply is Bachelor of Laws and is the first degree in law. So you would have to acquire that degree. And it is called LLB because of its origin. It originated from a Latin phrase which was simply referred to as legum baccalaureus. So LLB is obtained first as a first stage of practicing law in Ghana. You need to go to a school that is accredited for that purpose and acquire first degree in law. So what qualifies you to actually gain admission to study the LLB or the first degree in law in a university that is running the program? What qualifies you? Now, first, for SHS students, you need to complete your SHS program and have the WASI certificates or the NOVDEC, which is the SSC certificates. When you have any of these certificates, you have the primary qualification. But the good news is that you could come from any background. You could be a science student, a general student, a business student, sometimes a home econ student or visual art student, and still be able to read law. You may be an agric student as well in SHS and still be able to read the law. But the important thing is that the grade should be very good. You are better off having a single digit aggregate before you consider applying for law. You know, some schools will write on their website that when you have aggregate of 20 or better, you'll get law. But that depends on the level of performance for a particular year and the number of people who are applying to the law program. If everybody applying for that year to KNUST, for example, has aggregate 7 or 8 or 9, chances are that if you have 20 and you think that you saw that on a website, so you'll be able to qualify and get admission, you will not get it. So you are better off getting a good grade from the start. So aggregate 6 to 9 could be a good one for you. Single digit is always a good one for law students. It's not a program you can do with poor grades, not at all. So if you're an SHS now, you are better off studying hard and getting the grades that can really get you admission to read the law program at any university. For those who have certificates other than SHS certificate, that is a WASI certificate, you can come from any other field. You should be above 25 years of age and you should have a good class. What it means is that so long as you are 25 years or above, you can study law. Once you get the class that qualifies, and most schools would oftentimes take minimum of second class upper for you to go to read law. If you have first class, it's a good news for you. Now, for some schools, they may even consider a lower class, but I think you're better off aiming at second class or first class if you really want to read law after your first degree in political science, medicine, which other field you are. Either you're from engineering, you are from nursing, you are from pharmacy, you are from any other field at all, you can come to read the law. And if you want to do so, you should have at least second class upper or first class straight away, and you'll be able to qualify to get admission to do your first degree in law, which is part of the academic stage that qualifies you to becoming a lawyer in Ghana. Now, what you also need to know under the academic stage of qualifying to be a lawyer is the question of which schools you should go to pursue the LLB degree. Now, there are universities in Ghana, both private and public, that have been accredited by the Ghana Accreditation Board to run the law degree program. You don't go to any university at all to obtain your LLB degree. You have to go to only universities that are accredited for that purpose, or that the program is accredited for them to run as an institution. Some of the common ones that I can recommend you do research on and apply to, get your first degree is KNUST, University of Ghana, GIMPA, UPSA, and also we have some private schools like Mount Crest. We also have a private school like Lancaster University. We also have Wisconsin International, and then we also have Central University. After successful completion of the LLB degree program at those universities I've mentioned, or any of them that you happen to go to, you'll be awarded the LLB degree. Then you can use that to start a second stage, which is the professional stage. The professional stage is where you learn the procedural laws, the laws that explain the procedures involved in putting the law into motion. So the professional stage entails enrolling into the Ghana School of Law to undertake 2-year program, what we call the professional law course, which is in part 1 and 2. You do it for 2 years. So that is what the professional stage entails. You are to apply, and once you meet the admission requirements, you get admitted to the school for the professional stage, and then do courses such as criminal procedure, civil procedure, evidence law, commercial law, and things like that, which explain to you the procedure of practicing the law properly, and also how you can actually carry yourself about as a lawyer and all of that. So how do you get admission to the law school? To get admission to the law school, first of all, you must have the LLB degree already, which I've explained to you. You have to apply or register for the entrance exam, which is the law school entrance exam, the controversial one you hear about. You have to apply for it. And when you apply or you register for it, you write it and you must pass. If you don't pass, you cannot go to the law school. So once you pass that exam, you qualify to go to the law school. Once you complete some admission requirements, or one of them is to be able to sign an undertaking form, and also to get police clearance form filled and all of that. Once you meet all those requirements, you will be admitted into the law school to do the 2-year program, that is a part 1 and 2. So at the law school, you have to pass all the law school exam, that is the bar exams. You have to pass those of part 1 and then those of part 2. Once you pass that, you'll be qualified to be admitted to the roll of lawyers. You'll be added to the roll of lawyers, a big book that has a list of all the lawyers in Ghana. Your name will be entered there. But before that, you do a number of things. Number 1 is that you pass an interview. There's an interview that will be organized, and you have to pass that interview before you can be enrolled, then called to the bar as a lawyer in Ghana. And the General Legal Counsel is only going to enroll you, and you only be called to the bar when you satisfy 2 requirements. Number 1, that you have passed all the exam that is required and passed the interview at the law school, and then you are also a person of good character. That is very important. We don't allow people who are not of good character to join the legal profession at all. So you must meet that requirement as well. Now, when you have done meeting this requirement and you get enrolled and called to the bar, you cannot practice as a lawyer unless you have a license issued by the General Legal Council. So that is also very important. And that leads me to the last stage, which is the pupilage stage. So the pupilage stage involves you undertaking a training program for 6 months under a qualified lawyer, a lawyer who is in practice for at least 7 years. You will understand the lawyer for 6 months. After the 6 months of pupilage, you are now able to apply for a license, what we call solicitor's license or practicing license. So once you have that license, it can help you do two things. Number one, you can practice law in your own name and in your own capacity as a lawyer. Number two, you can set up your own firm and practice the law with it. What it means is that once you have done 6 months of pupilage, you are at liberty to practice law yourself, either in chambers with another senior lawyer or in your own chambers. Now, when you are doing it in your own chambers, you cannot employ a lawyer as a people. You can only employ colleague lawyers who have already gotten their license and they are there to work with you as partners or associates. So this is the procedure of how you can become a lawyer in Ghana. The 3 stages are very important. You have to pass all of them before you can become a lawyer. The question you may also be asking is that, is there any other way I can become a lawyer other than this procedure? The truth is, yes, there are other ways you can use to become a lawyer in Ghana, but all of them must involve the academic stage, the professional stage, and the pupilage stage. These 3 stages must be there. Now, I will share just one of them with you, and that will be the end of it all. One other stage by which you can become a lawyer in Ghana is to go do your academic and professional stage and get called to the bar in another country. That is a country that has similar legal system like Ghana. Ghana has a common law legal system. So if you want to do your academic stage, that is your first degree in law, and your professionals, that is going to the law school, and then the pupilage, which is about doing your pupilage if it is required in that country. After you've done all the 3 stages in that other country, then you get to be called to the bar there. You come to Ghana and do additional year program at the law school. That is what we call post-call. After doing the post-call program, then you get called to the bar in Ghana and you become a lawyer in Ghana, even though you've not done the academic and the professional stage necessarily in Ghana. This is how you become a lawyer in Ghana. This is how you get to earn the title Esquire, how you get to earn a title solicitor or barrister or lawyer in Ghana. And it's a very simple process, but it involves a lot of hard work and a lot of seriousness. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel and like this video, and also share with a friend. I'm Godwin Salasi Dakbo, and this is Make It Legal. Make it legal.